I'm here with Troy Baker, the voice of Batman.
Yes.
Wait, and the Joker.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know, man, either. First of all, anytime you get a chance to work as an actor, yay. When you get to play characters that you literally grew up like watching on TV or playing, like I played the NES Batman game. Remember that? Like a Castlevania kind of thing.
Yeah.
That transcends that's just a wonderful experience and a great reward. You're literally freaking out. The nerd in you is exploding, the kid in you is dying, and all you care about is just making sure that you do the best job possible. You want to do something you're proud of, that you carefully preserve this, Fabergé egg that is this character. And then you find out how truly strong the characters in the franchise is, and you learn to just trust.
Yeah.
You learn to trust that people like Brandon Vietti or the people, whether this is a huge franchise that goes to film, games, TV, everything else.
Sure.
You learn to trust that these guys care about it just as much as you do, and everybody just wants to make this the best that it could possibly be. Because nobody can do this on their own. Nobody can.
So you're not going to start drawing them and animating yourself?
Let me show you how it's done, guys. Now, this stick figure right now, once we get back from animation, is going to look a lot cooler.
Do you, at this point, just have a checklist? Like, I'm going to hit that, I'm going to hit that, I'm going to hit that? All these characters, just bam.
It surprises me every time. I think if I started working with an agenda, it would really screw me up. Because the whole beginning of this, like the way that I'm even working in this business, has been tripping backwards and stumbling forwards. And I don't think that'll ever change. What you do when you get the job is you do the due diligence and you do the homework and you make sure that you're doing the best that you can. And sometimes it stretches you. I'm like, honestly, my one weakness, several weaknesses, but one for the sake of this conversation, I couldn't laugh. I'm not a laugher. Like, I will laugh,
sure,
but I can't do the controlled laughter like, Mark Hamill could take you down this little roller coaster.
Okay.
I couldn't do it. And so when they originally offered me the Joker, I was like, oh, no, nah. And what was so great was that Ames Kirchen, who is the VP at Warner Brothers for Interactive, said, he was like, if we think you can do it, then who the hell are you to tell us that we're wrong?
Right.
He's like, get over yourself and get in the ring and let's do this. So it's because of people like that have really given me the confidence and the courage to be stretched and be willing to make an ass out of yourself. And then you get those moments like in New York.
Yeah.
Where you're like, holy crap, I never thought that I would be on a panel in New York at Comic-Con talking about this, and I get to play this, and then I get to do that, and for it to be received that way. That to me is not a reflection so much of a wonderful performance as much as it shows this community of nerds. We love these things so much, and when we see one of our own really work hard and have a cool moment that he's freaking out over, that's what the pat on the back was for. And it was a really, really great moment. And when you get called back to do it, whether it be in Monster Mayhem or another Lego game or whatever, you're like, maybe I didn't screw this up as bad as I thought I did. And the best part about this, somebody asked me, what was your favorite moment while you're recording? And I was like, my favorite moment is about to happen.
Right.
When we get to see that thing on the big screen, and I'm so glad he asked that question so I can say it to you. I was like, I need to write that down. Because it literally is. We don't get to see the finished product until it's up there. So when we're sitting down next to each other going, it's the first time for both of us. And that's my favorite moment, is when the kid in me is sitting there with the popcorn going, wow, we got to do that. And that becomes the dragon that you want to chase. You want to have more of those moments.
Knowing your reluctance to take the role of the Joker now, and that moment at New York Comic-Con where you got to do the monologue and the reception and everything, was there like this fear inside of you leading up to that, or was it like a chance to prove it?
True terror.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, you can put me in this situation, you can put me in front of 5,000 people, that's where I thrive. I'm like a bacteria that way. That's like the perfect environment for me.
Yeah.
But for some reason with that, it was all insecurity, it was all doubt, I didn't want to break it. I felt like I was walking again around with this egg, and I didn't want to break it.
Sure.
And I had our creative director, it was just like, look, we made a great game. you're not going to be the one to take it down.
Yeah.
Get out there and do it. These people want to see that. And if you want this, you have to do this. It's kind of like, this is so gay. I'm going to go Game of Thrones on you, okay?
Okay, do it.
This season was very, very interesting.
Yep.
But there was one specific episode where, Arya's arc is incredible. And when she's at the House of Black and White, he was like, how badly do you really want this identity? How really badly do you want this thing? Because if you do, it's going to cost you the things that you hold dear. It's going to cost you your pride. It's going to cost you those clothes. It's going to cost you that sword. So that was the kind of moment for me. It's like, you say you want this, but are you really willing to put away your pride, to put away your fears, and actually get in there and do it? Because that's what this requires.
Right.
And so there was a really cool moment for me to go, if I really want that, I'm also going to have to do this. I'm going to have to get over myself and trust people a lot, and then just get in there and do the best job that I can.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you have so much to do. Was that a goal today?
No, but I wish I'd taken the best. Like, you got to put it in Game of Thrones at least one interview. Okay, I got it, John.
You should have interview bingo. You're checking them off as you go through.
Bingo! Game of Thrones. B16.
Awesome. Great chatting with you again, man.
Thanks, man.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers.